Hello, and welcome to a documentary about teleprompters. Lately, I have been testing teleprompters, specifically teleprompter apps. I have had a good time testing teleprompter apps, and have found interesting results. This documentary has been made in real time, with the clips sorted from best to the worst teleprompter apps. We hope you enjoy. Used all over the world, a teleprompter is a device that displays text on a screen so a speaker can read it as it scrolls. Teleprompters are useful for presentations, speeches, news reading, and any situation where someone needs to deliver prepared text smoothly while maintaining eye contact with an audience or camera. Teleprompters have come a long way since the 1940s. The first teleprompter was invented in 1948, which used a suitcase, with mechanically scrolling paper. It was patented in 1949 and first used in 1950 on a CBS soap opera called The First 100 Years. By the 1960s, in-camera teleprompters were introduced, allowing presenters to look directly into the lens while reading text reflected on a beam splitter glass. In the 1980s, studios began experimenting with computer-driven teleprompters, replacing paper and early mechanical systems with CRT monitors. By the 1990s and beyond, teleprompters had become standard equipment in television studios worldwide. Teleprompters are no longer limited to professional studios. YouTubers and independent creators now use teleprompter apps, which perform the same function on phones and tablets. Many apps include built-in video recording, allowing users to film themselves while the script scrolls. These recordings can be used for presentations, documentaries, tutorials, and more. This documentary looks specifically at teleprompter apps on Fire tablets, Amazon's budget-friendly tablet line. Fire tablets are not widely regarded for professional production work, and teleprompter testing on them is relatively rare. Users often describe teleprompter apps as lightweight, which suits the mid-range hardware of Fire devices. The first app we test is called Telescroll, which is made by a company called Prompter People. Prompter People have a professional background, making teleprompter devices in addition to two apps, Telescroll, which we are reviewing, and Telescroll Voice. This is featured later on in the documentary. The company also supplies teleprompters to events, filming scenarios and filming studios.
The edit boxes. Now this edit box is very strange because when you're scrolling normally with the screen reader, okay, so as you can see, the text is scrolling and it looks as though that it is updating the screen reader on what text is being focused, which is extremely rare for a teleprompter to even do.
First coming to the Play Store in 2011, Dubscript Screenplay is an app used by filmmakers and filming studios. It is used to depict two people act in a film, which scenes take place and where, and other detailed information. Dubscript has fountain support, plain text formatted for screenplay writing. Done by the production company, Dubscript has continued to be updated, and the production have rewritten the app in different program languages, to ensure the app is optimized for Android.
Dubscript is a teleprompter app. We did have a look at this teleprompter app yesterday. It is meant for screenplay, and I'm not too sure what screenplay is exactly, but it does have some problems, well, need to be brought to attention. So, excuse me. So first of all, you've got the new screenplay icon, and you've got the file not found, and usually when you open a teleprompter, you do find your scripts, but with this one, it seems to open the script that you were last working on, as opposed to displaying a list of scripts. And again, I wouldn't want a script being opened all the time. We are going to click on New Script, and this teleprompter is very unusual in the way it saves its scripts. Now, we're taken to the Downloads folder and we are asked to provide a name, and that is probably not too bad, but what usually happens rather is the apps don't create new scripts like that, they create it within the app itself. And I did notice that it was extremely hard to delete a script without going to the Downloads folder. So we've got a Fire tablet is a tablet made and designed by Amazon. Okay, so what is that? That's a script I did. Now we've got read, so that is very good. And what is interesting is the fact that we have a speak icon. Actually, while we're here, I need to show you the scrolling thing. Now, this scrolling thing doesn't really work as expected. Usually, you would expect it to scroll automatically like the teleprompter, but in this case, it doesn't. So, DubScript, first of all, is a very complicated teleprompter app, and teleprompter apps are apps that feature scrolling text on the screen, and you read the text as it scrolls, and some apps do have the capability of recording yourself.
We have a look at Ghostwriter, a teleprompter app done by the Digital Bakery team. There isn't really a clear history on the Digital Bakery team, as the Digital Bakery notice seen in the app doesn't seem to match what is on Google Play. Ghostwriter is an app with teleprompter features.
Alright then, hello everybody, and in this video we will be having a look at a teleprompter. This one, believe it or not, is just called Ghostwriter. Then so continuous guest limited function. And so we've got an overlay section here. Click on something. I was going to close it, but then you might be in the same situation. So let's go to scripts. Okay, so guest mode, login to import. So I'm actually wondering whether this needs an account.
We next have a look at Parrot Teleprompter, done by Parrot Teleprompter Company. The Parrot Teleprompter Company makes small clips on teleprompters which work with smartphones, which have been used by journalists, mobile filmmakers and more.
Okay, hello everybody.
We have noticed problems with the Parrot Teleprompter. The crowdfunding notice was hard to get rid of, and there seem to be two Parrot Teleprompter apps, with one offering a better experience.
Has been a case before where there have been two teleprompters called Parrot, and I think they may be done by the same company. And I think one Parrot teleprompter app just appears with that crowdfunding notice,
whereas the other one is fine. Now I don't know what keeps happening, because we have that crowdfunding notice and I do click on the back button and that doesn't seem to disappear, but I am using a Bluetooth keyboard, and when I am using the back button on the when I'm using a key on the keyboard, it goes away as much as I have typed before in a teleprompter. We've got language, English, connect to Dropbox and font size. So I'm wondering whether this app likes to be in a portrait mode. So I think what we will do is we will click on the unspecified, which allows the app to go in whatever orientation it wants, although clicking on the unspecified doesn't really seem to do anything, so I'm not too sure what is going on there. Mode, and we've got lock orientation, which is interesting. So I don't know where my script has gone. I think it has probably disappeared, which is not good at all. Okay, so this must be the title section. Okay, so we have got some buttons down here, and I did have to cut the video because I have encountered a situation in the fact that after we have been testing these teleprompters and writing scripts, when we have gone on to try the recording feature, the video that I have been recording with the screen recorder so I can show you what the teleprompter is has been cancelled. So in conclusion, I think this power teleprompter is okay, but I do think it is a bit confusing in some areas. I think it's also confusing in the recording section too, because I didn't really see many buttons for recording or scrolling, so I'm not too sure what this app is supposed to do.
The next app we present is Captions AI. Captions AI was supposed to be a teleprompter but was anything but. It was for adding captions to video, but you needed to sign up to use the app. We decided not to look at it, given the fact there was no Google service to sign in with.
So Captions AI, it was supposed to be a teleprompter, and indeed I did install teleprompters and this did come up. So I was expecting it to be a teleprompter, but it is mainly for video captions. So unfortunately, this Captions AI does require an internet connection. So when you are out and about, then that is not the thing to use. We've also got a login here and a create account, which for an app like this is very unusual, and you really shouldn't need to have an account to be able to use this. Also, it doesn't have any sign-in with Google service. So this video is sort of well, not a warning, but to make you aware of the app, as sort of a brief review. But I would not recommend this app.
We now move on to Stream Prompt. Stream Prompt is a teleprompter done by Blazon Teleprompters. There is no history on Stream Prompt's developer, as they are a Chinese-owned company with a Chinese name. However,
Okay,
they
hello
are under the
everyone,
name
and
Blazon
this video will be
teleprompters in the UK.
at stream prompt. Okay, so we've got add script, and the add script button is in a good place. Usually the adding script button is sometimes in ridiculous places, like a bar, like on the left hand side or whatever. But the fact that it is in the bottom right hand corner or the bottom of the screen means that it is in a common place. Common places are where you'd find icons in most apps. So a document app, for example, will have a new icon in the bottom right hand corner. We've got a save, but we're not to know. There doesn't really seem to be any other icons other than the font. No, other than the edit box, rather. Alright then, so input content to search. We've got import file, which is good. Alright then. So let us see if we can find the icon to get it to start presenting itself. The unfortunate thing is that this does have unlabeled buttons to the screen reader. You would be able to see what the buttons are and where they are. There's one in the top right hand corner there, and there's one in the bottom right hand corner, but the screen reader is not telling me what those buttons are. So we've just clicked on one. So this is not very screen reader friendly. Okay, so it looks to be scrolling because it's got something to do with 18%. Look to have quite a few buttons to it. I think we might be scrolling now. In conclusion, this teleprompter, this stream prompt, isn't really the best of the best apps that we have seen. The edit boxes, they are fine, but you usually have the title box and the box for your main content presented next to each other. Also, it is very hard to know whether the teleprompter is actually scrolling or not.
The next teleprompter app we look at is called Teleprom. There is no history to this app or the developer, which suggests the developer is unknown. We did have a problem with this app, as the scripts didn't save correctly, and weren't saved the next time you open the app.
Okay, hello everybody, and in this video we'll be looking at Teleprom. Teleprom is a teleprompter app, of course, as the name suggests, and what I can say is that this is a bad teleprompter app because it doesn't save your scripts. Oh, okay, well maybe I am in the actual body itself. Alright then. Okay, so that seems as though that looks saved, but we do have a save icon. A save. icon in the right hand corner, although that seems to have gone. We've got add script and everything seems okay. So we're going to close the app. So, okay. So we're going to save. Actually, it's just got tests, so I'm not too sure what is happening here. So these edit boxes are confusing, this, to say the least, and they're not very responsive as well. So that's gone through. Okay then, so we've got test, and we've got the speed, and so forth. And we do have these sliders, but there's no indication that it is actually scrolling in terms of to the screen reader. And I think that play/pause icon was a bit small as well. Okay, so I think it is scrolling. I heard that click. So yes, I do think that the play/pause icon works. And so I think what we're going to do is we're going to leave this video there and say that I would not recommend this teleprompter at all. The fact that you need to create a new script all the time because your scripts weren't saved rather, is a major problem, and again it should be keeping all your saved scripts. So I would recommend Telescroll or Elegant Teleprompt.
The next app we show is a teleprompter, but in a different language. This was simply unusable, with no way of creating scripts at all. We did try our best, but couldn't proceed. This was the end of our archive clips we had.
Presentations. This is more like a warning for you in the fact that this app is actually pretty bad and terrible to use as well, because as you can see we have got it in a different language, and so I don't know what language it is in, and we've got parenthesis and you've got mirror inverse vertical, so it does have some good options, but I do think that the language is going to get in the way of a lot of people. In fact, it will get in the way. There doesn't really seem to be a way on creating a new script in the first place.
It was week 2, and we went on to test more teleprompters. Again, same idea, best teleprompters to worst teleprompters. We started off with Coro Teleprompter, an app which looked questionable but in the end, concluded that it might be good for people after all. Designed for YouTube creators, Coro includes some handy features. A rehearsal mode is included, giving people a chain to practice their script for a recording presentation. The app also has AI features too.
In this video, we'll be looking at Coro Teleprompter. Coro Teleprompter is a teleprompter, and it does have some very good features and some interesting ones. So you've got import file and search script. So this is again a different teleprompter from what we're used to seeing, and it has obviously got a lot more to it. One thing I do find with this teleprompter is that swiping for scripts, it does seem to be a little bit finicky. So we've got plus new script, and again the plus icon is in the left hand side of the screen. And again, while that is not too bad, it would be nice if it was down at the bottom right hand corner, simply because a lot of icons do have a lot of apps rather do have the new icon in the bottom right hand corner. On one side of the screen only, so the fact that it's got it next to each script is actually quite nice. When it has a rehearse button as well is really good too. So we're going to click on rehearse. So what this teleprompter has done is it has actually broken up new lines and sentences into semantic elements. Semantic elements are used by the screen reader to analyze what's on the screen, and they are detectable by the screen reader. So again, when is that? And usually text is displayed all in one go to the screen reader in an edit box. When the screen reader focuses on an edit box, it reads all the text inside. But in this case, we have the text broken up into new lines and words, and that is really nice. It's really good. However, I would rather the text be broken up into lines than words and lines. Oh, okay. So, yep, it's scrolling now, it seems. The touch keyboard a thing today. Yeah. Alright then. So, I think that is that. Okay, in conclusion, I think I would recommend this Cora teleprompter simply because it does have some helpful features. The rehearse button and the record button are very useful, particularly the rehearse, because that's something, quite new to me.
We hope you enjoyed this documentary. Stay tuned for more documentaries to come, where we review more teleprompter apps.